everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this one, I am going to be doing a best class setup as well as a weapon guide for the ABR-223 tactical rifle here in Black Ops 4 after update 1.16. So of course guys, we are back doing another weapon guide video, and of course we are going to be tackling the ABR, which interestingly enough, I'm actually doing back-to-back tactical rifle best class setups, being that yesterday's video was actually a best class setup as well as a weapon guide for the Auger DMR, which was of course the first tactical rifle that you unlock in the game. So of course in this video I am going to be doing a best class setup as well as a weapon guide for the ABR-223, which is honestly one of my favorite weapons in the game. It is an extremely powerful weapon as well as it's quite underrated, being that a lot of people actually do not use this particular weapon, so that's how come I want to go ahead and actually do a best class setup for it. And of course guys, what I am going to be covering in this video, and that is at the beginning, I am going to be discussing the ABR-223, then I am going to be showcasing a really awesome creative class for the weapon, and then of course finally I am going to be talking about a couple things that you want to know before you go ahead and use this particular creative class. And of course guys, to know about the gameplay, it is actually a game of kill confirmed here on Nuketown. I end up going 56-7 overall, really awesome game in my opinion, so I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Also guys, let's go ahead and see if we can hit 10 likes on this video. That would be absolutely amazing. So yeah, now that I got the intro out of the way, let's actually dive right into the video. So of course guys, now I am going to be discussing the ABR-223. Now that's the thing, if you actually did not know, the ABR is actually the second tactical rifle that you unlock in the game, being that you unlock the ABR at level 34, which is roughly halfway through your prestige. The ABR is a very consistent, high fire rate, low recoil, as well as moderate damage tactical rifle, and when you are going to be using this particular weapon, it excels at basically all ranges, since the recoil is extremely low as well as the damage on the weapon is actually quite high. Comparing it to the swordfish as well as assault rifles in Black Ops 4, you can effectively take out enemies at longer ranges, and of course since it is a tactical rifle, it is going to be performing very well at medium range. And interestingly enough, even though this weapon is a tactical rifle, you can actually use it quite effectively at close range, being that the hipfire on this weapon is actually quite good, and if you get into a close range engagement, you actually do have a fighting chance at actually taking out that opponent. And of all the tactical rifles in the game, I would say this one is the best for taking out enemies at close range. Of course the Auger as well as the Swordfish both have operator mods, and the ABR is no exception, being that the operator mod for the ABR is actually called Repeater, and what it does is it actually turns the burstfire ABR-223 into an auto bursting weapon, which in my opinion, the operator mod turns the already good ABR into an absolute monster of a weapon. And interestingly enough, a video that I made not that long ago, which was actually what in my opinion are the top 5 best operator mods in Black Ops 4, I actually put the operator mod for the ABR at number 1, which if you guys would like to go ahead and check out that video, there will actually be a card on your screen right now. So overall, because of all those reasons, I really do enjoy using the ABR-223. It's a very powerful weapon in the game, and it's actually one of my favorites. So yeah guys, now I am going to be moving over to the creative class that I have for this video, and of course guys, as you can see, the creative class is going to be on your screen right now. So of course we are going to be using the ABR with the Mastercraft camo, which in my opinion looks really cool, so that's how come we are going to be using it. Moving over to our first attachment, we are going to be using an ELO sight, and that's just because I'm not a huge fan of the iron sights on this particular weapon, so that's how come of course we are going to be using an ELO sight. However, with that in mind, if you want to go ahead and use a red dot sight, feel free to go ahead and do so. It really just depends on your own personal preference. Moving over to our second attachment, we are going to be using quick draw, and that's just because when you are going to be using this particular weapon, you want to make sure that you get your sights up as quickly as you possibly can. So with that in mind, that's how come we are going to be using quick draw. Moving over to our third attachment, we are going to be using stock, just so that way we can sidestep as well as maneuver a little bit easier when we are going to be using this weapon. And of course, moving over to our final attachment, we are of course going to be using the operator mod. Moving over to our piece of gear, we are going to be using stim shot, and then for our perk setup, we actually have 2 perks, and that's going to be scavenger as well as ghost. Now that's the thing, of course we do have scavenger because you do not want to run out of ammunition, and then of course we are going to be using ghost just so that way we stay off the radar. So yeah guys, that's going to be it for the creative class portion of this video. Now I am going to be talking about a couple of things that you want to know about this creative class before you go ahead and use it. So that's the thing, overall when you are going to be using the ABR as well as more specifically this creative class, you can basically use it at all ranges, and in many cases you can use it like a burst fire assault rifle, being that you can run around the map, you can play very aggressively, as well as you can actually take out enemies extremely effectively at close range. And of course when you are going to be using this weapon, try to be a little bit more accurate, being that you are going to be rewarded a lot more significantly using this weapon if you actually get a headshot. So if you want to use this weapon to its full potential, try to aim for the head. However, overall, the ABR ABR-223, as well as more specifically this particular class setup, is very versatile and you can really play however you want to play when you are going to be using this weapon. So that's how come I really do enjoy using it. So yeah guys, that's going to be it for the weapon guide portion of this video. Now I am going to be moving over to a live commentary of me using this particular class setup in Black Ops 4. So yeah guys, enjoy the live commentary. So of course, hello everyone and welcome to the live commentary portion of this video. So of course guys, as you can see, this is a creative class we are going to be using, and if you guys are wondering, I'm actually going to be using the Fighter Race Mastercraft camo. If you haven't already seen it, this is what it looks like at the start of the game. Then once you get 5 kills as well as 10 kills, I mentioned this in other videos, and that is, this is actually one of my favorite Mastercraft camos in the game. It looks really cool in my opinion. So of course guys, that's how come we are going to be using it. And yeah guys, now that I got the introduction out of the way, I will see you when I join up into my first game. Alright guys, so as you can see, we are going to be joining up into our first game. And wait a second, okay, there we go, just got our first kill. Now that's the thing. I actually joined up into this game really quickly. I was only searching for a game for about 5 to 10 seconds, and I joined up into this particular game. So that's actually pretty good. Now that's the thing, of course we joined in a little bit late into this game. However, nonetheless, let's go ahead and see exactly how well we can do. And of course guys, I'm actually going to be playing a game of Kill Confirmed. Wait a second, okay, there's another kill. That person was just looking up in the sky in the back of the map, oh my goodness. But nonetheless, we were able to get the kill, so I'm pretty happy about that. And yeah guys, something that's pretty interesting, and that's if you actually did not know, there was a little update into Black Ops 4. Now that's the thing, it wasn't a title update, update 1.17 didn't release, however, there still was a little update that was added into the game, and it changed around a couple things in multiplayer, as well as it actually added in a brand new map into Blackout, which is really interesting in my opinion. Of course, it is the Alcatraz map. And I played it a little bit earlier, and I must say it's a lot of fun. It's very hectic, and now that's the thing about that particular map. It actually is extremely small for a battle royale map, and of course it is significantly smaller than just the standard Blackout map. And interestingly enough, on that particular map, there's actually respawning, so that means as long as your squad is alive, you can keep respawning, which is really good. It honestly makes the game extremely fast-paced, as well as it means that you can get a lot of kills. And interestingly enough, it's actually not 100 people on the map, it's actually 40, which makes a lot of sense because 100 people on that extremely small map would be absolutely ridiculous. Especially since it's hectic enough when there's only 40 people. So yeah guys, if you actually went ahead and played the new Blackout map, feel free to go ahead and comment down below your thoughts on it.
Hostile down.
Alright, so we just got Sniper's Nest. Now that's the thing, my teammates are actually doing really well. When I joined up into the game, we were actually losing by 13 points, being that my team actually had 7 points, as well as the enemy team actually had 20. And my teammates started doing really well. They called in a Thresher, as well as now we're actually winning by over 20 points, which is really good. Wait a second. Alright, took him out.
Kill.
Okay, there's the Ruthless. Now that's the thing, unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be able to get the nuclear because there's just simply not enough time. However, let's go ahead and see exactly how long we can keep this streak up. Right now I'm actually on a 16. Wait a second. Now as long as my teammates don't end up confirming too many, we might be able to actually get the Relentless. Alright guys, so unfortunately we were not able to get the Relentless. However, finishing off the game, I actually went 27-2. Overall, really awesome game in my opinion, with that 13.5 KD. So yeah guys, that's going to be it for our first game. Now we'll see you in game number 2. Alright guys, so of course as you can see, we are going to be joining up into our second game, and this time we are going to be playing a game of Kill Confirmed here on Hurricane Contraband. So let's go ahead and see exactly how well we can do. And of course guys, as you can see, this is the Mastercraft camo for the ABR. Honestly, it's a really cool camo in the game. And if you guys actually did not know how you actually got your hands on this particular Mastercraft camo, and that is, if you actually made it up to tier 75 of Operation Absolute Zero, you actually got this particular Mastercraft camo. Oh, wait a second. So yeah guys, that's of course where I'm going to be ending off this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it down below, as well as make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so that way you guys will not miss a new upload from me. So yeah guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope to see you in the next one.